Basic economics. Markets and competition. Competitive markets. So, let's talk about supply and demand. These terms describe how buyers and sellers interact in markets.
Interesting. What exactly is a market?
A market is simply a group of buyers and sellers for a particular good or service.
Got it. Are there different types of markets?
Yes, there are organized markets, like those for agricultural commodities, where buyers and sellers meet at a specific time and place.
And what about less organized markets?
Great question. Think about the ice cream market in a town. Buyers don't gather at one spot, and sellers are located in different places.
So, each seller sets their own price for ice cream?
Exactly. Each seller has limited control over the price because there are many similar products available.
That makes sense. So, how do prices get determined in such a market?
Prices and quantities are determined by all buyers and sellers interacting in the marketplace, not just one individual.
And in a competitive market, there are many buyers and sellers, right?
Yes, this means that no single buyer or seller can significantly influence the market price. Competition, perfect and otherwise. Let's talk about competition in economics. Perfect competition is defined by two main characteristics: identical goods and many buyers and sellers.
That sounds interesting. Can you explain what you mean by price takers?
Sure, in a perfectly competitive market, buyers and sellers can't influence the market price. They simply accept the price determined by the market.
I see. Are there real-world examples of perfectly competitive markets?
Yes, the wheat market is a great example. There are thousands of farmers and millions of consumers, making it impossible for one seller to set the price.
What about markets that aren't perfectly competitive?
Good question. In a monopoly, there's only one seller who sets the price, like your local cable company.
And what about oligopolies? I've heard that term before.
Oligopolies have a few sellers that may not compete aggressively, like airlines on certain routes. They often keep prices high by avoiding fierce competition.
That makes sense. What about monopolistic competition?
In monopolistic competition, many sellers offer slightly different products, which allows them to set their own prices. The software industry is a prime example.
Wow, there's so much variety in market types. Why do we study perfect competition first?
Perfect competition is the easiest to analyze. Plus, many lessons we learn apply to more complex markets as well.